Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2025 Genesis GV80 and its 18-speaker Bang and Olufsen sound system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations. We're going to test out the 5.1 surround capabilities, and then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you want to hear even more on this system, sign up below to become a Daily Motor member. I'm going to record a members-only sound test on this one. We're going to listen to some tracks requested by Daily Motor members and get a little bit more of an impression for the system. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. A little bit of a refresh here in a few different ways, including this Bang & Olufsen sound system moving away from Lexicon, but so much to like about the Genesis GV80. It really strikes a great balance for this mid-size luxury crossover game between relative affordability, all things considered, and excellent comfort and luxury. I very much like how they're going more comfort and coziness versus sport and performance like some other brands. So if you do want to see more on the Genesis GV80, check the link below. We're going to have a full review. We've got some coverage of previous models, all the different powertrains. You can find that all linked below. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. Nice big infotainment system with one of my preferred control methods. You can either reach up here and touch the screen, or you can use this rotary knob down here. I really appreciate when we have options, because sometimes you're driving, you don't want to take your eyes and hands off the wheel as much, you just want to have a quick control, but sometimes you're stopped and you want to just reach up and touch things. So let's go here into sound settings, and the first menu is premium sound. We have the abilities to adjust between surround levels, let's see, 1 all the way through 10, but I think we have to change the sound mode. Let me see. I think we have to go back here and then hit this. That turns on the surround. Then we go back here to sound settings. So a lot of adjustability there. I understand why they have a button on this main screen to turn surround on and off, back to reference, but I don't know why you can't also adjust that from the sound screen. It's a little redundant, or not redundant, actually, it should be redundant. But reference is going to give you the most true to recording sound, so we're going to leave that on reference for now. Moving down here, we've got a speed-dependent volume control, so as you get going faster, it's going to adjust the volume to make up for wind, engine, and road noise. And then a startup maximum volume limit. I really like this because if you're jamming out as you come home at night, and then you get out of the car without turning your music down, maybe you let a song finish playing, and then you got out, you don't want to get back in the next morning and have the next song start blasting at that same volume. So I like having that function on there. Below premium sound, you have Bassonic. Now this is the alternative from Bang & Olufsen to treble, mid-range, and bass EQ adjustments. Instead, we have bright, energetic, warm, and relaxed. Now we just saw this similar setup in the Acura MDX recently, but in the MDX, it showed in little faint letters in this circle here, treble up, treble down, bass up, bass down. We're not getting that here in this car, and I don't particularly care for that. If I remember correctly, relaxed is low bass. No, relaxed is, See, already here, I can't remember, I'm pretty sure. All right, it's actually sort of horizontal. So this would be no bass and medium treble. Relaxed would be medium, low bass and low treble. And then warm would be getting the bass up. Over here, I think would be all up, over there, all down. This would be bass up, treble down. This would be treble up, bass down. So let's go through those as this next track picks up. So this should be all treble. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? So it does show you as you get scrolled. Whoa, did I accidentally press the map button? I must have. Come on. Man, this screen is not the fastest. I will say that. Okay, media. A lot of lag there as things are loading up. Back to Bassonic. Okay, so now you see I move there treble up, bass down, bass up, treble down. So I was correct. Okay, so right here is full treble. And then here's no treble. And then full bass, no bass. I understand their logic trying to make more commonplace sort of words for these EQ adjustments, but what we should have is a basic screen and an advanced screen. We've seen that from some other manufacturers where, okay, so this is your option, but then give us right over here an advanced menu where if you know what you're doing with EQ, give us a whole 9-band equalizer afterward and let us tweak our sound settings to our preferences. But continuing on down, we have front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance. That's pretty straightforward. And all the way down here we have, just so that you know, it's not exactly a sound setting, but active sound design. This is going to pipe in artificial sound into your car. I appreciate that Genesis is giving you the ability to turn this on or off, but just know that if it's on, it might be interfering with your music a little bit. And that's all we have for audio adjustments. For audio controls here in the GV80, you've got a nice volume knob here. It's got pretty good clicks. It feels nice in the hand. Easy enough to reach for both driver and passenger, although I will say it is a bit far away for the driver. But the driver does have a nice volume scroller on the steering wheel. I appreciate having a real physical control that you can actually press down and mute the audio. For track selection, we've got physical controls here and there, depending on your settings. You can use the touchscreen, and you've also got this slider haptic control here. I don't like it quite as much as the physical button, but at least we have something on the steering wheel. For audio inputs here in the GV80, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio. Just double check support for HD radio. Yep, we've got that there. You've got Bluetooth support for wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You've got a USB port right here, USB-C. You've got Amazon Music built in, and then a Sounds of Nature functionality where you can listen to some pre-recorded sounds from Genesis, including forest sounds, city sounds, even though that's not very naturey there, meditation sounds, winter sounds, a lot of options right there. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, no USB-A port, so make sure you have an adapter, and that's a little bit more important because no wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's a shame we're moving into 2025 model year here, and Genesis has not gotten us wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support. They've got a wireless device charger, so you'd think you'd be able to do it, but nope. We're starting to see it in some of the Hyundai products, but still not here in the Genesis. So you're going to have a cable, and if you do need to pick yourself up a nice cable, check the link below to these MagTame cables. This is mostly me just letting you know for your own sake, if you're going to have a cable coming through, at least have one that looks nice here and is magnetic. So if you're not using it, you can easily fold it up, maybe set it right in there, or set it in here, or the glove box maybe, pull it out and plug it in. So if you don't have a Type-C connection maybe, get yourself a MagTame cable there below. You can get a discount using our code. And are we missing anything else? No aux input. And yes, it's nice to have that Amazon Music, but we don't have any of the other sort of streaming services. Speaker locations. As I said, this is an 18 speaker system, kind of a nice example of how you don't need a ton of speakers to make a strong system. You just need them strategically placed. Starting here in the bottom left, you've got a door, woofer 1, mid-ranger 2, tweeter 3, 4, 5, center, mid-range, and tweeter up there, 6, 7, 8 on the right side, 9, 10 subwoofers under the driver and front passenger seats, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of the woofer, mid-range, and tweeter combos here in the back, and then 17, 18 in the kind of right in front of the D pillars there, probably mid-rangers, giving us our full suite. Before we head out on the road, let's test out the 5.1 surround capability using the ImmersiveAudioAlbum.com surround demo track.
Welcome to the Immersive Audio Album channel configuration test. Left, center, right, left surround,
There it is.
right surround.
Strong subwoofers there.
The immersive
So
audio
we got
album
full
channel
5.1 support, and I will also list here below if we have Dolby Atmos support. I can't really demo Dolby Atmos as much because it's going to be copyrighted music. And with that, let's get out on the road. To me, this is one of the most ideal speaker setups in a vehicle. You've got your mid-ranger, your mid-ranger here, your woofer, your tweeter, and then you have subwoofers below the seat, and a center and a tweeter right up in front of you. You're getting a fairly holistic sound. That being said, there's something about the reproduction that I don't feel like it's quite as accurate and as pure as we get from some of our very, very top tier systems. It's very, very satisfying. I like the bass punch that you get from these underseat subwoofers, and overall the high ends are nicely balanced. There's just something about it to me that just is a little bit off in terms of the sound recreation. However, for this next track, we will turn the bass all the way up using that Bassonic adjustment there, and see what we get out of these underseat subwoofers. Alright, so very powerful. I'm feeling it a lot in my seat with the subwoofers being under there. Now that being said, it's not exactly the most mirror shaking, kind of stomach rumbling sort of bass that you might come to expect from a trunk mounted subwoofer or kind of a cargo area subwoofer, but it is still very good for most listening experiences. My thoughts on the Bang & Olufsen sound system here in the Genesis GV80. There is a lot that I really like about this sound system. Overall, I'm very happy with the flat EQ. I'm happy with the power. None of the songs that I've turned way up this week have had any sort of distortion. All of the instrumentation's coming through really, really nicely. And without listening to it directly back-to-back with the Lexicon system in the outgoing GV80, I would say this is a small improvement while sticking to a fairly similar sort of sound profile. All of that being said, I do feel like it's missing just the littlest bit of pizzazz and overwhelming accuracy to push it up into S tier. That, and also, if you want to get up into an S tier sound system, you gotta start having all of the wow factors built into the infotainment and the technology suite. It's no longer simply making great sound, which, don't get me wrong, is the most important aspect of an audio system. When you're getting into luxury vehicles like this, give me the 5 or 9 band equalizer, give me the sizzle reel, give me more of that above and beyond sort of effort that's put in the fun little sound modes and everything. I get that this has a little bit of surround and it's got the Bassonic trying to democratize the audio EQ settings and everything, but to me, when you're talking about an audiophile who really cares about their sound, they're going to want more than you're getting out of this Bang & Olufsen system here in this GV80. All of that being said, it's a very, very high A tier for me. It's coming in nice A+. I'd say even A+. It's just right knocking on the door of an S tier system. I just know that listening to some of my favorite music throughout the week, I've been very satisfying, if not necessarily absolutely blown away. And on top of all that, we got to give some kudos to the GV80's very quiet interior as well. I mean, we're on a concrete section of highway right here, bunch of loud trucks and traffic is around us and everything, and it's still very quiet, which helps the sound come through nicely. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the GV80, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.